I've finally figured out how to stop wasting time, and I want to share this with you. But first, if we are to change our ways and to stop this terrible, morbid procrastination and wasting of time, then we are to understand why it is that we waste time and pick solutions that address those particular perils. So the first thing, which is one of the most common ways that people are unable to get themselves to work, is because they are lazy and they don't care enough. This seems obvious, and it is on first glance, but when you delve deeper into laziness, it's not so clear why it is that we are lazy and how it is that we can start caring more and stop being lazy. The solution is gratitude. You're lazy because you have no concept of the opportunity that sits in front of you. You have no concept of your entire life that's led up to this point, and now you are to seize the moment. But because you have no concept of this past, because you have no concept of the sacrifices you have already made, because you have no concept of the sacrifices that everyone else has made for you to be where you are today, because you have no concept of the fact that people have made bets on you, people have betted on your success, and that means that you were able to come into this particular moment, be in this particular position. You were afforded this opportunity, and now you're going to squander it. You lack gratitude. If you had gratitude, you wouldn't be so lazy. You would seize every opportunity that came your way. If someone wealthy and is well fed and gets everything they want, gets offered a meal, they don't express immense gratitude for this meal. They feel it is something that is owed to them, and so they don't value it, and so they don't take full advantage of it. Someone who is starving and gets offered a meal takes this opportunity of the meal with both hands, because they are hungry for it. They are grateful for this opportunity, for this meal. If you want to stop being lazy, you have to start being grateful first. Gratitude is the cure to laziness. Another way is, so obviously that solves the laziness problem, but you also need to care more, and gratitude helps, but there are also ways that you can do this. You connect this opportunity to the greater picture or the greater ideal that you have for your life. If you can see this opportunity in its full context and how it relates to your prosperous future, you're much more likely to engage in it fully and wholly and without hesitation, without wasting time. Put this opportunity into its proper context and see it for the immense benefit and opportunity that it's providing you. If you can do this and you can be grateful for it, immediately you're better off, and most of the opportunities that come your way, and most of the things that we have to get done on a day-to-day basis, we will not hesitate over them. We will not waste time. We will engage immediately. Be grateful and put these opportunities, this opportunity for the work in the next moment, into its proper context. See how it is something that can benefit your life, and be grateful for that. The second reason why a lot of people waste time is because the task that lies ahead of them is daunting. it appears mammoth-like. This task is something that is so gargantuan that you don't even know where to start. We've all been there. It's this overwhelming feeling of, I have this massive task lying ahead of me. I have touched none of it or some of it, and I need to completely wrap this up. I need to engage in all aspects of this, and I don't even know where to start. It's daunting, and so we procrastinate, we delay, we hesitate, we put it off. The solution to this problem, when tasks are just too daunting, is to get clarity. Get clarity on the problem and the steps forward. This is the first productive step already done. You look at this mammoth project that lies in front of you. You think you have so much to do and it's so daunting and you don't know what to do first. The first productive step you can do is to now go and seek clarity, to define clearly, delineate what exactly needs to be done, and map out a route. If you can understand this problem in its full context and exactly for what it is, try and make sure that you can put this problem that you're facing into words. Identify exactly what it is that this project is demanding from you. Once you've done that, you can map a route forward. Pick the first 2, 3, 4, 5 steps that you have to do. That'll make significant progress towards this goal. And then break down those steps into further sub-steps. Make them as small and manageable as possible. And then take the next first step. Or the second step. The first step is to get this clarity. Clarity on the problem and clarity on the way forward. Now, once you have this clarity, you just choose the next smallest step and you engage in that. And don't worry if in seeking clarity you can't actually get to grips with this problem in its entirety. You're struggling to fully grapple with this concept. You're struggling to set out a route towards success. And so you're saying, I'm trying to seek clarity, but I can't see far enough ahead. In this case, pick something that you know is going to be relevant to the project, which I guarantee you're able to do. Find something that you know will have to be done or is relevant and do that. And once you've done that, you have expanded your horizon. You've expanded the circle of the amount of work that you've got done. And so you've demystified a greater area. And you can see further into this project. You gain clarity onto things that you once couldn't see. So if you're struggling to gain clarity, pick something and make a start. And because you are right at the beginning of this project, it doesn't really matter what it is that you make progress on. The reason is because there's so much that lies ahead of you that it doesn't matter if you start on X, if you start on Y, or if you start on Z. All of them have to be done. So start on the thing that presents itself in the clearest form to you. The thing that demands your attention and says, I know how I need to be solved. Pick that problem that puts its hand up and tend to that. And as you go through this process of solving your problem, of tackling this task, you will gain more clarity. And the full story of how you conquered this task will reveal itself as you make progress. That's how we can overcome tasks that seem daunting, that are insurmountable. Break them down, seek clarity, make some moves, make them small, keep going, seek more clarity. The third reason why we waste time is quite a simple reason. It's because we just have poor productivity systems, poor habits, poor ways of grappling with tasks, of working. We just don't know how to work. The solution to this is to learn, okay? To learn how you can work. And I can suggest you some resources that have helped me and that I know will help you. First one is to watch YouTubers who have a lot of the solutions. They condense the information into the format of a video, and it can be so helpful to listen to that. A YouTuber that immediately springs to mind is Ali Abdaal. I've learned so much from him in terms of productivity systems, and I know that you can too. And it's not just him, just whoever resonates with you, go to that person and try and learn from them. Try and understand productivity and how you can set yourself up for success. It's all good and well to care a lot, to stop being lazy, to seek clarity so that tasks are no longer daunting. But now that you're here and you actually have to work, you don't actually know how to go about this process, or you don't even get to the point where you gain clarity, or you don't even get to the point where you found gratitude for this problem that lies ahead of you. And so we need some type of productivity system to set us up for success, to set us up, to poise us, to strike at our problems. So learn from YouTubers, learn from books. The book that immediately comes to mind that helped me immensely is Deep Work by Cal Newport. That is the best book you can read on increasing your productivity, in my opinion. It has helped me immensely. And the main system that I have in my life, which I'll share with you in a moment, has come out of the ideas from Cal Newport's Deep Work. This system is time block planning with tracking. Okay, so time block planning is, instead of having a to-do list, you can map out everything that needs to be done in like a typical to-do list, but then instead of keeping it in that form, you go and you look at your next few weeks and you take objects, items from that to-do list, and you place them in your calendar. You put them at times, at days when you know that you have time to tackle that thing. You set out time in advance, you pre-commit. This way, when the time comes around to the next day, and you must start this day and you don't know what to do, you just look at this time block planner and your day is already mapped out for you. And so all you have to do is execute now, eliminating unnecessary thinking and eliminating decision fatigue from your life. You don't have to decide as much now because you've already made this decision in advance. The benefit of this as well is it helps you to plan. It helps you to say yes to things that are worth your while and to say no to things that aren't. Why is that? It's because when you put your to-do list into a time block planner, you see what your next few weeks look like. You see what you can afford time-wise, and you see what you can't afford, and you see how you can rejuggle your plan and shift everything around so that it works best for you. It's a plan. It's a route to success. Now, the other aspect of this was tracking. So actually now, each day, tracking the amount of hours that you spent in productive work, which Cal Newport would call deep work, where you're completely focused. But I'm just going to call it productive work, because I think that it still takes effort to overcome some of the inertia. And so we don't want to look back on a certain day and see that we only did 2 hours of work, and so now of deep work, and then the next day we feel like we have to try and beat this, but it's 2 hours only. And so even if we work a lot harder in that day, it's still hard to get deep work hours extra out of your day, and so you might get 3. It doesn't seem like you're making that much progress. It's just difficult to track, and it seems demotivating when you're only seeing 2 hours of work, 3 hours of work, 4 hours, 4, 5, 4, 4 of deep work a day, which is roughly what you probably are going to end up getting of actual deep focused work. And so instead of tracking deep work, I track productive work where I made progress towards something, even if I wasn't in a complete, deep, focused mental state while I was doing it. I still made progress. So I track those. So deep work by Cal Newport is extremely valuable. And in coming videos, I'm not sure exactly when, I don't want to pre-commit, but in a coming video, I will map out exactly how I actually go about this time block planning and tracking, and certain things, certain key metrics that I look at, that when I do succeed on, I tend to have good days. So these are observations that I've made from my own life and from other useful books that I've read, such as Make Time. And I've all built this in to this one system, and it all fits on one A4 piece of paper. And I like to use hard copy instead of a computer's calendar, so I can see it at any point in the day, and it's something that's separate from my devices. This is my life management tool, and I keep my 1 week on this plan, on this page. So I'll go into this in more detail in future videos. But the moral of today's video is, if you want to stop wasting time, then find which one of these 3 things is plaguing your time. Is it the fact that you are lazy and don't care, which is a tough thing to admit, but be honest with yourself? Is it a fact that you don't have good productivity systems? Or is it a fact that the tasks just seem too daunting? Whatever it is, use the methods and ideas that I've presented in this video and apply them to your life. I'm sure that there's something in here that can help you. All these things I do myself. We are all susceptible to being lazy, to being overwhelmed, to slipping up. This is natural, this is human. And so we need to set ourselves up for success. We need to fight these human urges, these human deficiencies to progress. We need to progress in this way. So stop wasting time. Seize the opportunity. And I challenge you right now, after this video, go do something productive. Don't watch another video. I know it's bad for the algorithm. It's bad for my videos to be pushed out if you immediately leave YouTube after watching my video, but I don't care. I want the best for you. So right now, after I've finished speaking, leave this video and go and do something productive. Stop wasting your time.